Welcome to the channel. Tessie here, and on this channel we discuss so many things, viral topics, my lifestyle, better outcomes of black women, women in general in dating, relationships and more. So grab yourself a glass of something lovely, come and sit down with me and let's have a discussion. Oh my god, it has been so long. It has been so long since I've made a video. I have just been resting, enjoying motherhood. As you know, Greg and I got married 3 months ago. If you haven't watched the wedding vlog, you should watch that. And we also had our baby. We welcomed our beautiful little girl, and I also have a birth video as well. So grab yourself a glass of something lovely, click the like button, click the subscribe button. Welcome if you're new, if you're OG, welcome as well. Let's get into it because I'm going to be discussing something super interesting, and it just needs to be discussed, okay? Because what in the fuck is going on? We really need to discuss this. So let's get into it. We're going to be talking about Tyler Weirdo and his obsession with depicting black women in struggle, suffering situations constantly, again and again and again and again and again. And this type of social conditioning that happens through movies and songs and TV shows. And we'll start with his most recent disaster, Straw. Now, this is literally the most disgusting, depressing movie I've watched. And he's made many depressing movies about black women. Most of the themes of his movies, you know, from Acrimony to Temptations, they're all pretty fucking miserable. But this one, the level of misery in this was just unbearable. I watched it with Greg, and Greg was like, what the fuck is going on? Seriously, it was so bad. It was so horrible. Literally, we need to start calling him Tyler Weirdo, because he's a weirdo. The obsession with just the level of things that were happening to the protagonist of the story, played by Taraji P. Henson, who seems to have a hard-on with playing horrible characters in his stories. And in this story, we all know the single mom. She starts off having the worst day of her life. And just the themes in the story, the themes in the movie, obviously she's being subjugated by her boss, who happens to be a black man. And on top of that, you know, she's poor, she's broke, she's in the worst position, she's struggling financially. Her daughter, you know, who we later find out is actually not even alive, is sick. And there's just so many themes of misery. And there's this weird mindset with his movies that, you know, misery and black women are synonymous. And that's not true. There's an obsession with depicting women in his horrible fucking movies, as especially black women, as absolutely miserable. And even his other movie, Acrimony, the way it ends, the black woman dies, the main character dies, and then somehow the guy survives. And it's just, there's always an element of black women being subjugated by black men in these movies. It's so bizarre. And it's one of the reasons why I love to showcase how blessed I am on my channel, because I really need black women to see the opposite of what they're trying to showcase you in these movies. It's very subtle conditioning. Okay, look at the other movie, Temptations. This one, she ends up with HIV at the end, right? And she literally walks out looking dusty, sad, miserable. The fuck? Seriously, Tyler Weirdo, he's back at it again. I don't understand. And it's not even just in his movies, it's in his TV shows. So he's got another TV show out, Beauty in Black. Now, I have not watched that. I try my best to just like pace myself with the movies, because he also has another movie called A Fall from Grace, which is fucking terrible too. Oh my god, it's not even a joke. So there's another TV show that he has called Beauty in Black, and this one is also depicting black women as a stripper. Like the only way he knows how to depict black women is through suffering. There is never any positive message. And this is why I think black women should be very, very careful with what they consume. Very, very careful who you follow, who you support, because you're giving these people power to depict you in the worst fucking ways possible. And people will watch this and take this bias on subconsciously, because people are really just not that smart. They're just not that smart. In that movie, even in that movie, A Fall from Grace, right? In that movie, A Fall from Grace, the main character is also another black woman who is completely scammed, cheated on, almost killed by the black man that she's, dating. There's an element of black male worship in that movie, which was very interesting. And she's completely scammed and almost killed by the man that she is dating. And it's quite bizarre because it just shows you the mindset. Tyler Weirdo, that's what I'm going to keep calling him, because that's what he is. He's such a fucking weirdo. Tyler Weirdo, he honestly has the same mindset that I see online when it comes to discourse about black women. He has the same mindset. This is a collective mindset amongst them, where they want to depict black women in the worst ways possible. And that's why I love making sure that, I showcase my life. I've got a designer shoe collection and accessories collection video coming out, because I don't show you, I only show 3% of my life on my channel. There is so many cool, amazing things that I'm up to outside of YouTube, which is why I'm not posting regularly. But I think it's very, very important that black women see the opposite. They need to see black women living well. And this goes for black women all over the world. It doesn't matter if you're in America, UK, other parts of Europe, Africa, Asia. It goes for black women all over the world, because the conditioning is the same. They basically, they want the same result with the conditioning for black women, no matter what. They want a permanent underclass of people that they can subjugate and make feel as if they are undesirable, or they are, and they want to depict you this message. They want to transmit this disgusting message, this diabolical nonsense message through social media. Media is powerful. I mean, how else do you get people to see people who look like themselves and think like themselves? You do it through media, through songs, through TV shows, through podcasts, through movies, through, audio, all sorts of things. So this is not something that, black women should be taking lightly. You should be, as far as I'm concerned, these movies should be mocked. In fact, he should win a Razzie for the shittiest, most terrible movies possible, because this guy just keeps surprising you with the amount of awful movies that he brings out, especially when it comes to the subject matter of black women, and the way he handles these very delicate subject matter topics, like, single motherhood, teenage pregnancy, sex work, all these themes that are in his movies. The way he handles them is just in the most negative. Black women are never portrayed in a positive light in his movies or media at all. So hence we're going to keep calling him Tyler Weirdo. Okay, so one thing I've noticed about Tyler Weirdo's movies and TV shows is that it doesn't really matter what state the black woman is in his movies. So whether she's child free, she's married, she's single, or in a relationship, or has children, or she's a single mother, it really doesn't matter what state that black woman is in his media. She will be struggling, miserable, depressed, experience ridiculous traumatic experiences, and just be like in the worst position in her life possible. That is the most common denominator in all of his bizarro media.
If that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man, and is good to you, and honors the house, and honors his wife, and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, we are not.
Now, it's really important that black women understand just like the type of social conditioning, how covert it is. It's not meant to be something obvious or in your face. It's quite covert, and it's non-stop, it's continuous. And listen, when I say that he has the same mindset that a lot of the men display when it comes to black women. The only difference between Tyler Weirdo and the other guys online is that Tyler Weirdo has some money, as in aka he's a billionaire, and he's made that money based off the negative representation of black women. So he's basically gotten rich off making you look awful. And that is a common theme in the black community, by the way. Several times black men have gotten rich off making black women look awful. For example, Kevin Samuels, should we call him that? There are plenty of other examples, right? The misogynoir is crazy. And as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't mean, and listen, when I tell black ladies to date, expand their options and date out and date whoever treats you the best, regardless of skin color, I mean just that. You don't even have to date anybody. You can just be on your own. You can literally just be on your own. You can just be with yourself and I, right? But when I say expand your options, I say it for this very reason. It's also important for me to highlight that I don't think every black man in the world thinks like this or tries to perpetuate this type of message. Even despite the weirdos that try to come on my channel, I still don't think that's true. But I think the mindset is common enough that it's problematic towards black women and should therefore be avoided, if I'm honest, right? But I don't think every black man in the world is like that. No, I'm pretty evolved and I understand that everybody's different, but the reality is that the majority of them do fall for this type of mindset, and they do like to perpetuate this mindset against black women, which is problematic, right? We can't avoid it. We can't avoid it, dear. Okay, we can't avoid the elephant in the room, quite literally. Okay. The reason why I say that is because this conditioning, these movies are going out to people. People are watching these movies. They're taking these ideas in, and then they're acting these ideas out in real life. And you are going to be the person that they're going to be acting out these ideas, these subconscious thoughts, these concepts that they have about you. Because a lot of people are really just not that smart. They genuinely get a lot of what they think from movies, television, all of that. They genuinely get a lot of what they think, right? A lot of people are living their life through the comment sections of YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok comment sections. People are genuinely living their lives through these comment sections. It's insane. So people really don't understand. So people are taking this media, this material that he's creating about black women, and they're acting it out in real life. It's really important that black women understand that they have options and they have hope. And they don't want you spreading the good narratives about black women, which is why things like black women in luxury get vilified so much. They get vilified by people, racists, white supremacists, other weirdos, other aliens, other lunatics, other disaster zones. It just gets mocked, and it gets brutalized, and people are infuriated by the idea of black women in luxury. People are infuriated by the idea of black women being happy. You will literally be minding your business, enjoying your life in an interracial relationship the way I am, and some fucking weirdo will come and go, yeah. And it's because they cannot stand to see you happy. It hurts them. It literally destroys them. It literally burns them to ashes inside. It's a sickness. It's an illness. It's a mental illness. I think it's very important that black women are treated so well, regardless of who the guy is. My husband treats me incredibly well, especially having a baby, which is absolutely exhausting. If you do not have an active partner, you will struggle. The way my husband takes care of me and my daughter, he tries so hard. He takes such good care of us. We're living so well. Becoming a mum I already had huge respect for single parents, but now my respect is tripled because now I see how hard it is to be an active parent, to really be there for your child. And my husband has just been absolutely fabulous. And this is what I want for black women if they decide to get married and have kids. That's what my whole channel is about. If you decide to be in a relationship, to have higher standards, higher self-esteem, and to not be, giving into this social conditioning that they like to put in all these movies and televisions. No, you are not, your life is not to just be the face of struggle, and you don't just have to date anybody in the name of dating out. When I say expand your options, I don't say just go and pick up any white person or Asian person or whatever off the street like some stray. obviously have higher standards for yourself, the way you want you to live your life, the friends that you have, the relationships and the partnerships and the bonds that you have with people. And, you know, just to love yourself and to believe in yourself, no matter what anyone tries to say or the social conditioning or the image anyone tries to paint of you. That's what I'm trying to say. This is something that is prevalent in a lot of groups of people, right? And why I say black women, when I say they should expand their options, the reason why I'm saying that is, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of shitty men and shitty people of all groups and skin colors. A lot of people misconstrue my message because they're just really not that fucking smart. They believe that when I say that black women should expand their options, they believe I'm talking about only white men. White men are not the only men on the planet, and neither are they the most amazing men, by the way. Plenty of shitty white guys out there, right? I don't know, I don't think I have to say this twice to you, but if I do, then you're really just not that smart, because there are plenty of shitty white guys out there. When I say black women should expand their options, I mean the man who treats you the best. I really don't give a shit where he's from. He could be from freaking planet Gleesh 92410. And as long as he treats you well, right? And he respects you and he loves you and he takes care of you and he honors you and he treats you good, then go for it. It could even be a black man. As long as he treats you well, takes care of you, go for it. The main point I'm always trying to tell black women is that you have options. You don't have to stick to just one group of people. And these Tyler Perry movies, they always make it look like black women have no options in life. Genuinely, I've noticed that that's really a common rhetoric with these Tyler Perry movies. They like to make it look like black women have no options. It's so strange. But I see through this nasty conditioning, and I want black women to see it as well, because these people are getting rich off sending these disgusting messages about you. And that's why, you know, we see black women in luxury. Like I said, I myself, I'm enjoying my life. I'm very blessed. I'm in an interracial relationship with my husband who's Polish. And yeah, there'll always be pushback when it comes to black women who want to spread a message about you having hope and options or whatever it is you decide to do. Whether you want to be child free, you want to date interracially, you want to not date, whatever, you want to be single, there will always be pushback against that, against you not going down the typical path as a black woman, as what you're expected to do, right? I think it's very, very important that women like me who are in a very good situations, or you know, who are living well, and you know, we are enjoying ourselves, to keep spreading this message and to keep letting other black women understand the sinister conditioning that's going on, because you need to understand. You need to understand. You don't understand. You know, you need to understand the pizzazz, the panache de Saint-Jean. You need to understand, because genuinely, black women do not. A lot of them don't really understand how sinister this is, right? And like I said, I've always told black women, you've got options. Don't let these movies. I mean, Straw was so miserable. I was talking about it with my friend who lives in Nigeria. She's one of my bestest friends. She's awesome. And she was watching it from Nigeria. So this is, I'm trying to get you guys to understand. I'm trying to get you guys and girls, you ladies, to understand just how far this message is spreading, yeah? It's not just staying in the Western world. It is spreading all over the world. You got people in Nigeria, people in other parts of Africa watching these movies. They're seeing this. And she saw Straw and she was like, what a miserable movie. She said, listen. And you know, she said a couple of things. She said, I can see a few of those experiences in my life. Listen. It's disturbing. So yeah, I thought we should discuss this. We need to discuss this. So I want black women to watch out for these type of sinister conditionings in these awful movies perpetuated by, you know who, Tyler Weirdo. We're gonna call him that. Straw is a horrible movie, and in the end, the only thing that the woman ends up with, the protagonist ends up with, is a dead daughter and a prison sentence. After, literally. And you know what I found interesting in that movie? The bank was called Benevolent Bank, but they were anything but benevolent. They were the only people in that movie, and the common theme in Tyler Perry's movies, the only people in the movies that he has who ever help black women are other black women. Now, that's the only thing that that man has ever gotten right in any of his movies. In that movie Straw, the only people who helped that protagonist were other black women. The black woman cop and the bank manager. Everybody else was an obstacle. Everybody else was perpetuating a problem in her life. Now, don't get me wrong, she wasn't completely blameless, but the only place she could actually seek help was from other black women. And I think that is the only good message that man has ever put in his movies. Black women, usually the only... And this is why I always laugh when people go, oh, black women need to support other groups so that we can get support. Shut the front door, mate. Shut the front door. Black women don't need to support any other groups because we only ever get support from each other, ourselves. So what we need is to support each other more. That's what we need, to support each other more. Because when we support each other more, we are a serious, dangerous fucking force to be reckoned with. We scare other people when we support each other more. We become a force to be reckoned with. It's not even a joke. I definitely think that was the only thing he's ever gotten right in all of his movies. The rest, rubbish. Absolute nonsense. The way he portrays black women is sick. There's an addiction. People have an addiction to watching black women struggling in situations. It's one of the reasons why those weird shows like Love and Hip Hop are super popular, because all those black women are suffering. Please don't be confused and be deceived by the glitz and the glamour. They're all in horrible situationships or relationships. You know, complicated, messy lives are just exhausting, right? So there is that addiction to watching black women struggling. There's an addiction online. So that's why I love to post very tiny bits about my life. I'm actually very, very private about my life. You do not know Greg and I. None of you know us. I'm very, very private about our life, but I do like to showcase little bits about what we do, what we get up to, you know, every stuff now and then. And I like to do that because black women need to see the opposite of this message that's being put out there. They really need to see the opposite of the message. They need to understand. So I really want black women to see this for what it is, and to make sure that they understand this social conditioning, this subtle social conditioning, counteract it, enjoy your lives. Do not feel hesitant to showcase and romanticize your lives, whether you're single, child-free, dating interracially or not. Romanticize and enjoy your lives. When you romanticize and enjoy your life as a black woman, you will get pushback. I get lots of disturbed comments from weirdos, usually disgruntled men, pissed off that I'm enjoying my life, and I couldn't give two shits. I love it, and I keep enjoying and I keep thriving. And you will get those type of comments, and that is a good example. That shows that you are doing well, that you are moving up, you're enjoying yourself, things are going well, because people hate to see black women living well. So when you start living well, you will start getting those comments. Do not let that affect you. In fact, that should make you smile, and that should push you even more, because you know you're burning them. Burn, baby, burn. Seriously, you're burning the hell out of them. And you should keep going. Don't stop. Keep enjoying and romanticizing and showing how much you're enjoying and showcasing that life, because people need to see that you are not the face of struggle, darling. Oh, no, you're not. You are not the face of struggle. You are a fantastic black woman. You are, you are amazing. You have options. You can do whatever it is you want to do. You can achieve. You aren't the face of struggle or just a fallback for people who do not appreciate you. You are incredible. You are everything. Yeah, it's a bit of a short one today. Honestly, I have been so busy with my family, my daughter, my husband. We've got so many things planned. All my friends, we have lots of visitors since she's been born, since we got married. And as you know, she's having a baptism party next month. Greg and I are flying to Budapest on a romantic couples trip. And then we've got our honeymoon later on at the end of the year, and we are going to a 5-star hotel. Like, it's crazy. We are going to a 4-star hotel next month. It's absolutely insane. I'm very, very, very busy. So I just do not upload. I don't have time to be uploading every day like all these other YouTubers. Please, I have things to do, darling. But there are a couple of videos I'm going to be uploading before we start our travels, because Greg and I are going to be traveling. And yeah, I've got like a whole collection fashion video coming up on the channel just to share some of the things that I've been indulging in the past few months. So yeah, very excited to share that with you all. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, I mean, what the hell are you doing, my dear? Please click that subscribe button because you know you need to. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love the community here. I love the fact that the community is majority women. It's absolutely fantastic. And it doesn't matter if you're a black woman, you're a white woman, you're an Asian woman, all are welcome. But especially my black ladies. Oh, how I adore you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting. And I will see you in the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Thank you so much. Love this community. Take care. Bye.
I know that I can't take